Title: Whispers in the Woods by Wisdom Chronicles. In a quaint New England town where the maples grew tall and the rivers ran deep, there lived an old man named Elias. Elias was a solitary figure, his life woven into the very fabric of the woods that bordered the town. His days were spent in the embrace of nature, and his nights under a tapestry of stars, listening to the whispers of the wind. Elias had lived long and seen much, but he kept his stories close, like treasured keepsakes. His only companion was a small, weathered notebook in which he scribbled verses, thoughts, and observations. The ink blending with the texture of the parchment, like shadows melding at dusk. As autumn approached, the woods transformed into a kaleidoscope of reds, oranges, and yellows. The air grew crisp, and the leaves danced to the ground in a symphony of rustling whispers. It was during these months that Elias felt most alive, his heart beating in unison with the natural world around him. One cool, misty morning, as Elias walked through the woods, he stumbled upon a young woman sitting by the creek. She was sketching the landscape, her fingers moving gracefully over the paper. Her presence was like a ripple in the still pond of his solitude. "Good morning," Elias said, his voice a gentle echo in the quiet woods. The woman looked up, startled. "Oh, hello. I didn't hear you approach." Elias smiled. The woods have a way of softening footsteps. "May I see your drawing?" She hesitated for a moment before nodding and handing him her sketchbook. The drawing was a beautiful rendition of the creek, capturing the play of light and shadow with a delicate touch. "You have a keen eye," Elias commented, handing back the sketchbook. "Thank you." "I'm Ava," she said, a warm smile lighting up her face. "I'm here to capture the beauty of autumn." "And you are?" "Elias. I've lived here all my life," he replied. Over the next few weeks, their paths crossed often. Elias showed Ava the hidden gems of the woods, a small waterfall, a clearing with a breathtaking view of the valley, and an ancient oak tree whose branches told stories of centuries past. As they spent time together, Elias began to open up, sharing snippets of his life and the wisdom he had gleaned from the woods. Ava, in turn, shared her dreams and aspirations, her love for art, and her quest to find beauty in the mundane. One day, as they sat under the ancient oak, Ava asked, "Elias, why do you live alone in these woods?" Elias looked at the canopy above, where light filtered through the leaves in a delicate dance. "When I was young, I lost something very dear to me. Since then, these woods have been my refuge, my place to heal and to listen to the quieter voices of the world." Ava reached out, placing her hand over his. "And have you found what you were looking for?" Elias smiled, a trace of sadness in his eyes. "I found peace, and in some ways that's more than I had hoped for." As autumn deepened, Elias took to writing more frequently in his notebook, inspired by Ava's presence and the changing landscape. His verses spoke of the fleeting beauty of life, the enduring strength of nature, and the quiet, profound connections between human souls. One evening, as the first snowflakes of the season began to fall, Ava told Elias that she would be leaving soon. Her project was complete, and she needed to return to her life in the city. Elias felt a pang of sadness, a whisper of the old loneliness that he thought he had left behind. They stood together under the ancient oak, watching the snow gently blanket the world in white. "I will miss these woods," Ava said softly. "And I will miss your company, Elias." "And I, yours," Elias replied, his voice barely above a whisper. The next morning, Ava was gone. The woods felt emptier, the creek's murmur a bit lonelier. Elias returned to his solitary life, but the echoes of Ava's laughter and the soft cadence of her voice remained. Winter passed, and spring brought new life to the woods. Elias continued his walks, his notebook now filled with verses that spoke of change, loss, and the enduring beauty of connections made and cherished. One warm spring day, as Elias sat by the creek, a young couple approached him. They were hikers exploring the beauty of the woods. "Excuse us, sir," the young man said. "We were told that there's an old oak tree around here with incredible stories. Do you know where it is?" Elias smiled, a twinkle in his eye. "Follow me. I have much to show you and even more to tell." As he led them through the woods, Elias realized that while Ava had left, she had also given him a gift: the courage to share his stories, his wisdom, and the whispers of the woods with others. In the tapestry of life, every connection, every shared moment, was a thread that wove into something larger, something beautiful. Elias, once a guardian of the woods, had become its voice, a storyteller weaving tales of the past, present, and the eternal dance of nature and human spirit. The woods, with their whispers and secrets, continued to be his home, a place where every leaf, every ripple in the creek held a story waiting to be told.